Hello beautiful ladies, my name is Bethany and here at The Curated Feminine I teach women how to enhance and elevate their lives to become like the most delicious version of a woman they can possibly think of. And we do that through things like feminine energy, elevating your lifestyle, enhancing your relationships, all that good stuff. Now, today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to really embody high value woman energy, or basically how to do an energy audit. And the reason I'm doing this today is because I posted, this would have been months ago on Instagram, about how to do an energy audit, and I had so many messages asking, but how do we do it in depth? Can you tell us more information? What is an energy audit? How does it work? So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do today. And the reason an energy audit is really, really important is because you have a limited amount of energy as a human being. That's for sure. It doesn't matter what you do or how you manage your life, there's only so much energy that you can have. And so auditing that energy and where it's going is incredibly important so that you are spending your time and your energy on the right things. So here's how you know when you need to do an energy audit. It's when you're feeling low in energy. Anytime you have a moment, or a pattern rather, not a moment, but a pattern where you're feeling more tired than usual, you're not feeling as inspired as usual, you're feeling depleted in some way, and you're not quite sure where it's coming from, which as women we will experience that all the time unless we do this. That's when you know it's time to do an energy audit. And the first part is thinking about who has access to you. Because as a woman who is embodying high value energy, not everybody gets equal access to you. The person that randomly messages you on Instagram or on Facebook, or the colleague that reaches out to you every once in a blue moon, should not have as much of your time and energy as somebody who is in your inner circle, as your friends and family who are really important to you, where you have really deep, beautiful bonds and relationships with. Not everyone gets equal access to your energy. There is different levels for it. And you get to have different levels to your energy because you're a high value woman. So who is getting your energy right now? Are you, if you're in some kind of a sales or a role where you have clients, what kind of clients are you currently partnering with? Are they clients that respect your time and energy? Are they clients that speak to you in a way that shows that they actually value you and view this as a true partnership? Are you hanging out with people because you feel sorry for them or because you think they're a project to be fixed, which is a whole video in and of itself, by the way. But who are you giving most of your time and energy to? And how do you feel after you leave the presence of those people? If you have family members where you feel drained or tired or unsure of yourself after you spent time with them, should you be spending all that much time with them? And here, I do not promote just cutting people off just because you've had some kind of a level up in life. I do not believe in that, although sometimes that's necessary, but it's more about, are you spending unnecessary time and energy with people that do not deserve your energy? Number 2 is to respect who you are, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. So first of all, you should know if you're an introvert or an extrovert. This is a really interesting science-backed concept, meaning this is something that has been studied by psychologists. And when it comes down to it, it's just where do you get your energy from? There's a lot of misconceptions about introverts versus extroverts. Being an introvert does not mean that you're shy and awkward, and being an extrovert does not mean that you're life of the party. It doesn't actually work that way, although sometimes it is the case. But it's more about where you get your energy from. So if you're an introvert, you get your energy from alone time and from deep conversations with small groups of people. If you spend a lot of time at parties, at networking events, in a really high energy role during the day, or speaking to a lot of people, it will drain your energy. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do those things or that you're incapable of doing those things. I'm an introvert and I attend networking events fairly consistently. I'm an introvert and I'm in a sales job. But when you're an introvert, you have to know how to refill your energy, how to pour back into your cup. And one of the ways that you do that is with alone time and with time with those that you really love, and not doing really high energy things, but like deep, soulful conversations, or even just watching something that's fulfilling for your soul. And this also means putting up really specific boundaries as well. So if you're an introvert and you come home and you have a partner that has a habit of absolutely talking your ear off, you're not going to be your best self if you're sitting there trying to people please and going, because you want to be there for them, and you should be there for your partner. But there is absolutely nothing wrong. And in fact, what you should be doing is telling them, I need half an hour. I just need to go decompress. I need to take a long shower without anybody speaking to me because I'm introverted. And as soon as I'm out here, I'm here for you. And if you don't put those boundaries in place, people won't know that they're draining your energy, and you'll slowly turning into like this angry little monstrous human being that's about to lose it because you're exhausted and you do not want to be spoken to anymore. So you need to know yourself and whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Now, if you're an extrovert, all of the advice that I just gave, you should be doing the complete opposite. You gather energy from being with people, from doing new and exciting things. You get energy from going to networking events and to parties, and even just talking to like lots of different friends. You have no problem with small talk. You find it fun and engaging. Not always, but most of the time. And so going out and, you know, maybe working from a coffee shop if you normally work from home, so you can do some chit chat and really refill your energy and start feeling yourself again. If you need to go to a party or maybe book in some time with girlfriends to, you know, to go out to a few different places. If that means, if you're an extrovert, speaking with your partner more when you get home and really navigating that really well. And as partners, you should really do that, because oftentimes introverts and extroverts get attracted to one another, because most of the time, not always, but most of the time, opposites attract. So you should be negotiating with your partner what to do if you've got totally opposite energies, and how to navigate in the way that works really well for both of you, because both of you deserve to be happy and feel like your needs as an introvert or an extrovert are being looked after well. Number 3 is organize your space. Nothing will leak and drain your energy like having a really disorganized space. I bet you didn't think I was going to go there, because normally I just talk about like energetics and relationships and psychology and human behavior. But honestly, this is a huge part of your mental health. Every time you walk past something that's disorganized or out of place, it drains your energy. In your home, your environment is a direct reflection of your mind. If your home is chaotic, your mind is chaotic too, because you're constantly leaking energy every time you see something that's not where it should be. You should be taking time to, in a pleasurable way, organize your home. And to give you an example of how to do this in a way that's fun, over the holidays recently, so over the Christmas and New Year break, I have reorganized almost every area of my home. And I did this in a fun way. I rebuilt a lot of my closet through IKEA, like not like a carpenter, because we don't do that, but I used the IKEA pack system to redo my closet. And I had, because my husband was unavailable, I had my little one helping me and like handing me the screwdriver, which he calls a scoof driver, which is adorable. So I had her helping me out with that. There were certain times when I was organizing like my daughter's art cupboard or my bedroom that I had a glass of wine in hand. I had some nice jazz music playing in the background. I had a bit of Lana Del Rey. I had Florence and the Machine, music that I find really uplifting. And I listened to that and had a nice beverage while I was organizing my home. So you can make annoying things pleasurable, but you need to do the annoying thing in order to have more freedom in your mind. You need to have an organized home if you want to have an organized mind. Next, now I bet you did know I was going to say this, is self-care. We love self-care here. And the reason self-care is really, really important is because if you are not looking after yourself, you cannot look after other people. I can't say this enough on this channel. And there's different seasons of self-care, especially as a woman, because most women have children, and even if you don't, women just tend to change more than men. We really do. We are in this constant like phoenix death and rebirth process as women. We are multifaceted and complicated, and we love it that way. Thank you very much. So there's different seasons in life for the level of self-care. If you've just had a baby, then getting a shower and having a hot cup of tea is probably your self-care for the day. That's about all that you can accomplish. I've had 3 kids, I've had lots of help while I did it, and that's still how it goes. But as your children get older, or if you don't have kids, or if your kids are already older, you'll find that you can book in more things that feel a little bit more luxurious and really pour into your cup. So you can do things like a quick little 20-minute massage every week, or you can do a long, luxurious, beautiful massage at a nice spa if that really works for you and you have the time and the financial structure for that. You can do hair salon, you can do waking up earlier in the morning and getting some sunshine on your face, like a full hour and a half, 2 hours before your family wakes up. Get up and look after yourself, especially if you're an introvert, by the way. I'm an introvert, and I do this because I want to pour into my cup and give myself energy before my family wakes up. Because no matter how you raise your children, and no matter how beautiful your relationship is with your family, kids drain you. They do. Like, they pour life into you, but they have a lot of needs, and that is the nature of a child. So you need to pour into yourself first before anybody wakes up, so that you feel refreshed and ready for the day and ready to give as a mama or a partner or a colleague or a sister, whatever it is. You need to make sure that you pour into yourself first before you pour into other people. And number 5 is health, which is related in many ways to self-care, but it needs a whole step, a whole point in and of itself, because health is so incredibly important. You absolutely should be looking after your health above all else. I made a video, just a short 1-minute video, months and months ago about how to utilize Maslow's hierarchy of needs to look at your energy and your mental health. and I don't mean this in like a deep psychological way, but it's more about how do you step by step look at what you need if you're feeling drained or sad or your mental health is suffering. And if you start at the bottom, it's really just looking after your physiological needs. So if you're feeling really tired, honestly, this should be step number one. Go look at your health. Are you getting the vitamins that you need? Do a blood test and have a look at what vitamins and nutrients you're deficient in, because I guarantee you, even if you're an absolute health nut, you're probably low in something. That could be vitamin D, it could be iron, it could be B vitamins, which are really important for us as women. Make sure that you get a blood test or something similar to see what vitamins that you could be deficient in. Another thing that you should be doing is looking after your gut health. This is trending everywhere. I tend to be very wary of trends because oftentimes if something is trending, it gets out of hand and it's not necessarily based on fact or science anymore. However, gut health is not like that. The more research they do on gut health, the more they prove their theories to be absolutely correct, which is gut health affects almost everything in your body, from autoimmune diseases to your mental health, brain fog, the way that you feel, it affects everything. So if your gut health is off, and especially if you grew up in the US, I grew up in Texas and Arizona before I moved here to Australia, there's additives in everything. So unless you're eating a completely organic, beautiful diet and you live somewhere where there's no pollution, which none of us really do, unfortunately, you probably have some issues with your gut. You need to be looking after your gut health. Get your probiotics, listen to a couple of podcasts on gut health, look after your health properly so that you can increase your energy levels significantly. And one thing that I did recently is, so at the end of last year, I found that I was incredibly low in iron, and I didn't realize it until I got to the point where I was really, really bad. By the time I went to the doctor, my iron was about a third of what it should have been. And like my eyes were swollen. I could barely keep my eyes open because I was so exhausted. And this set me on this whole blood work journey where I figured out exactly what I'm low in. Started taking a lot of iron supplements at first, and I was able to slow down. Now I just take one a week because my iron levels are really stable. I just need to keep the levels higher, and I'm also making sure that I get foods that are higher in iron. I'm taking things like sea moss, which is really good for immune function and for detoxification. I'm taking things that help with your gut lining and healing that, because I know that I have different gut issues from when I was a child. I was on way too many antibiotics in the US, which really messes up your gut health. So I've gone on this whole journey, and every time I've done that, like right now, if I look at how much I have on my plate, it's a lot. I have a lot that I do every day, and that's even with managing my energy super well. But by supplementing and really looking after my health as an absolute baseline, I have enough energy to do the things that I'm doing. And I'm happy while I'm doing it. Like I have moments where I'm overwhelmed, but overall I feel really good. And that's because I'm looking after my health as well as all of the other things that I mentioned before. So in conclusion, your energy levels are everything. I say it all the time here, but you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're low on energy, nobody is getting the vibrant, beautiful, luscious version of you that they deserve. And you deserve that too. You deserve to feel really good as you're moving through the world. You deserve to feel energetic and excited about life. And you would be amazed at how you can have everything good going for you in life, but if you don't have the energy to keep up with it, it doesn't feel good at all. And if you're accomplishing things and you're meeting your goals and you're doing the things that you want to do, you should also be able to take pleasure in the life that you're building and the vision that you're building. So look after your energy and watch how quickly your life changes. If you want to do a deeper dive into this, I will be running an in-depth masterclass in about a month's time, February 2024, that will go through energy management in an even deeper way. And I also cover this and so many other topics in a course that I have coming out called Queen Energy. I love the title. And that's coming out the 31st of February, and the modules will be drip fed. I'll have 8 different modules that focus on style. It focuses on a little bit about nutrition and cycle seeking. It focuses on inner work from a psychological, these are psychology backed things that I'll be taking you through. We go through how to up-level your relationships, how to communicate at a higher level, how to negotiate well. We go through so many things. So if you're wanting like every step of being a high value woman, if you want to learn how to do that, that course is coming out soon, and I will drop the link below in the description box so you can purchase it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.